Let's talk about technologies. Social media, big word getting thrown around. Basically what social media is anywhere on the web that you are connecting with other people in a capacity that is more than just me emailing you. That counts Facebook, MySpace, LinkedIn, Twitter. Man, the list goes on and on and on. All right, first off, if you don't have a LinkedIn account, get one. And these things are free. Begin building a LinkedIn network for businesses. It's one of the best. I recommend going a step further. You're never too old to have a Facebook page. Doesn't mean you have to really actively participate. You don't have to do everything that people do in Facebook. What you're beginning to do is build your own brand. You are no longer going to want to hold yourself as another person in the pack. Whatever steps you can take, whatever you do, you are an expert at something. Probably several things. Derek talked about passions. Find your passion and then make that what your web presence is about. As long as you keep it appropriate to where if an employer stumbled on it, they wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I'm not hiring that person. Find something that you're interested in. Find a skill that you know about. Twitter, for those of you that don't know what Twitter is, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. Twitter is basically my way to broadcast my message. That's it. I get 140 characters to tell the world what I think. It depends on what you do to whether or not it's going to be useful and right for you. Do a little bit of research. Patrick and I had the fortune to hang out with Brian Tracy a couple months ago. And Brian Tracy was sitting there, we're like, Brian, man, you sold over 46 million copies of your book. What do you do? You're an animal. How do you get to that point? I want to be there. I want to be to that point. How do I do that? He said it breaks down to this. Your E versus E quotient. Your entertainment versus your educational quotient. How much time of your day are you spending on entertainment? How much time of your day are you spending on education? And education doesn't necessarily mean textbooks. It means learning about what is going on in the world today. What is happening? What are the social media sites? What do they do? At least be aware. What happens if you run into an interview situation where you're interviewing with a recruiter that's 24 years old? And they throw out something like, oh, I tweeted the other day, and you look at them like, what? They're going to be like, oh, this person's disconnected. Some companies, their first line of interviewing is someone that young. It's because they get a bazillion applicants. Doesn't mean you don't want to work for the company. Doesn't mean the next interview down the road isn't going to be the one that nails you the job with the senior person, this or that. But why limit yourself simply because you don't want to spend a little bit of time educating yourself? Brian Tracy talks about 1% of your day would be 14 minutes. That's it. Can you add 14 more minutes to your day, carve it out? Yes, we've got a lot going on in our lives. All of us do. Can you find 14 minutes in your day to research your field, your industry, the companies that you're moving into, and what technologies are out there that people are using?